Namaskar and a very good morning. Welcome to the audiocast from Kotak Securities. I'm your host and guide, Anindya Bannerjee. It's an important evening ahead of us. क्योंकि Jackson Hole Symposium, which is basically a central bankers gathering, वहाँ पे the US Fed chairman, Mr. Jerome Powell, is going to speak. Now, uske pehle, a number of his colleagues spoke over the past 24 to 48 hours. And they were clearly hawkish. From Bullard to George to Hawker to Bostic, all four sounded that rates need to go up significantly from here. Now, what is significantly? It means abhi 2.5% ke aaspaas Fed fund rate hai. It may go up to 4%. The question is, many of them are advocating that it needs to touch 4 by December, which means 50, 50, 50, and it takes it to 4. So, the Fed's hawkishness to continue, that is clearly the case. The question is this, कि आज उनका boss, Mr. Powell, whether he is going to add more to that rhetoric or will simply reiterate what he has been saying in the past. क्योंकि 2010 के बाद जब Ben Bernanke ने markets को please कर दिया था with an announcement or a hint of a QE2, उसके बाद से every year the Jackson Hole has been largely a non-event. This time there are expectation, but not wild expectation. But let's see whether it is like one of those past non-event symposiums or something eventful. Dollar rupee is hovering between this 79, 70 and 80 on the spot. And for the past 10 days, it's been in this range. The question is which way this range will break. That will be dictated by what happens to the dollar index. क्योंकि जो 3-4 factors है, जैसे FPI flows, a major factor, ultimately capital flows drive or dictate the larger trend in the currency. तो उसमें FPI flows have been very strongly positive. $6.5 billion plus is a fantastic number for the month of August, and that is a positive factor for the Indian rupee, जिसके कारण Indian rupee, in spite of it drifting towards an all-time low against the dollar, when compared against a basket of currencies in the emerging market space and developed market space, it has been an outperformer over the past 12 to 13 days. Now, at the same time, we believe that there are corporate flows and maybe some bit of RBI intervention at high levels as well, which is also adding to the support for the rupee. But at the same time, a strong dollar index, weaker Chinese currency, and at times wobble in the global equity markets, those are supportive factors for the dollar. Jisse karan now USDINR is stuck. It's in a limbo between the positive factors and the negative factors. But we expect a resolution soon because this range is quite narrow. 79, 70, say 80 is a very narrow range for a currency which is trading around 80 levels. So that's not even 0.5%. So this range will break. Therefore, it is advisable that if you are selling straddles or strangles, be careful because such narrow ranges can break and you need to take evasive action. So when you're shorting straddles and strangles, maybe you can convert them into, especially for straddles, into iron flies. Anyways, aaj to event risk hai, so it doesn't make sense to carry a straddle over the weekend. So it is advisable that you convert them into iron flies, which means you buy out of money calls and puts. So basically you buy a far out strangle so that your unlimited risk is capped. Now, intraday trading के लिए every dip towards 79.70 or 79.75 has been bought over the past week or so. So that trade you can follow, but intraday में कुछ खास movement तो हो नहीं रहा है. कल एक बार शाम के टाइम थोड़ा सा movement हुआ था 7-8 पैसे का, but uske baad it was in a quiet range. So that may continue to be the case as well. Intraday we may not get much decline in the straddle premium. The reason I am saying is that because ek event hai. So what happens is, even though the time value may erode because it's a Friday and Saturday Sunday का भी, तो उसमें थोड़ा सा erosion हो सकता है because of this theta, but the vols may rise or the implied volatility may rise, which may compensate or eat away part of the bleed. So you may get some bleed in the intraday straddle premium because of the range bound price action in the USDINR, but it may not be significant because the implied volatility may rise due to the event risk in the evening. क्रॉस करेंसी में अभी यूरो आईएनआर जीबीपी आईएनआर विल लार्जली बी फ्लैट आज, क्योंकि एवरी major currency is waiting for the most important event, that's the Fed Powell speech. So all these euro, yen and GBP should ideally be in a range. So that's it, folks. This is Anindya Bannerjee signing off. Have a fantastic day.